Hey there, it's David H. Lawrence, the 17th, and I got a pet peeve. I have to get off my chest. It's been a pet peeve of mine for a long time. I used to work with Windows boxes back in the days of Windows 95, even before that with DOS, with the original sort of text-based Windows when Microsoft was trying to imitate what Mac was doing back in the mid 80s, early 80s. And ever since then, I've been sort of presented with this notion that the word slash and backslash have been used interchangeably. It wasn't so bad before the web came along in the early 90s, but in the early 90s, it was clear that Tim Berners-Lee did not want the backslash being used in any sort of path for the web. He was a Mac person, a Unix person, didn't want backslashes. So it really rankles me when I hear anybody saying backslash when giving a URL. Happened the other night on CBS Evening News. Rena Ninan on the weekend edition of the news said you can get more on this at cbs.com or cbsnews.com backslash interview or something. And I'm like, it's slash. And I guess, I really shouldn't have to worry about it so much, but the marketer in me says if somebody sees it, that's one thing. It wasn't so bad that it was on television. But when somebody hears it on the radio and they know the difference between a forward slash, which is a slash, and a backslash, which is a completely different character and illegal and will not get you where you want to go, I wonder if the advertiser suffers in terms of response. And it really rankles me when it's somebody that I love and that should know better. And that is basically the situation with Zoom. Zoom was running a whole bunch of radio spots where they were saying, yeah, get your free trial at zoom.us/radio. And I'm in my car, and of course I'm yelling at the radio, that's not right, it's slash radio. And then I thought to myself, I wonder what their response has been like. So I have a salesperson at Zoom that I used to work with. I have a new one now, but I called them up and I said, hey, I was wondering if you could put me in touch with your marketing people because, I got a thing that I need to tell them about I think is important. And I got a chance to talk to the marketing director, lovely woman at Zoom. I actually confirmed that it was the marketing director by going over to LinkedIn and seeing what her profile was. And I told her the situation, and she said, "Oh, I didn't even know. I didn't even proof the script in that way. I was more concerned about calls to action and benefits and features and all that sort of thing." And I'm like, I wonder what your response has been like, and if people actually typed the backslash character rather than the slash character. And she said, actually, our radio stuff wasn't as good as I thought it would. Now, there's a million different reasons why that could be. Maybe they weren't making a crushing offer. Maybe they were catching people at the wrong time. Maybe they were buying on the wrong radio stations. There's a million reasons why it wouldn't work. But she said, I always want to minimize the errors that we're making, so let me look into it. So there's that. Who knows what's going to happen? And then another thing happened with Zoom on the same day. I don't know if you've heard about this, but Zoom had an issue, a security hole that was discovered where they were installing a little tiny web browser like Chrome, but like a little tiny one to reinstall Zoom in case somebody accidentally uninstalled it. That's the poor man's version of that story. It was a little bit more insidious than that. It was possible to get on people's computers in a certain way, and Zoom fixed it. But now, here's what they did to fix it. They added an uninstall Zoom command to the Mac app. This is only something on the Mac. And you know where they put it? They put it at the very bottom of the Zoom menu. Each app has its own menu named after the app. And there's a single command that has been at the bottom of that particular menu and the file menu before it, before the Apple menu was a thing. And that's quit. And there are some people who prefer to go to that menu, go down to the bottom. They know that's where quit's going to be, rather than knowing that Command Q is the keyboard equivalent for this. Please bear with me as I share this with you. I know it's really geeky, but the thing is, I almost uninstalled Zoom twice. I use Zoom every day, and I always quit by choosing that thing, because I'm usually working with menus as I'm doing things. My hand is already on the mouse. If I'm typing something, there's a better chance that I'll use a keyboard equivalent. But I almost uninstalled Zoom twice because of where they put it. So I had to send a note to everybody, to my salesperson, to this marketing woman, to Zoom tech support, and I got back a note saying, yes, we got your note, so we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Who knows what's going to happen? But it's dangerous, because some people will do it and they will see something pop up and assume that the thing that's popping up is, do you want to quit? The Jewish mother interrogatory that says, are you sure you want to quit? I know you asked you wanted to quit, but do you really want to quit? And instead what it's saying is, do you really want to uninstall Zoom? And if you look at it really quickly and you click it, it's, So who knows? Who knows if that's the case? But please, clever copywriters, don't write backslash so that people saying backslash say the wrong thing. It's always slash in a URL. Always. Never an exception. Honest to God. If it's a public URL, if it's a URL with HTTP or HTTPS at the beginning of it, it does not have a backslash in it. It just doesn't. Certainly not one that you'd want to announce on the radio in a commercial, because you want those URLs to be short. Anyway, there it is. Rant over. Sorry I took up your time, but my question to you is, how do you feel when somebody says something that you know is incorrect, that you know is not going to help them, is not going to be beneficial to them? What do? Do you just ignore it? Because, that's my choice. I could do that. Help me, please. I'm begging you. If you'd like to join my list, I'd love to have you on it so that I can give you more useful things than maybe this was on a regular basis, let you know when these videos come out. If you want to see those things in your inbox, which I'd love to make your inbox more useful, go ahead and find the subscribe box somewhere on this page and subscribe to my list. If you'd like to see the latest episode of these videos that I just came out with, go ahead and click on that frame there and YouTube will play them for you. I'm David H. Lawrence, the 17th. I thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.